Hispanic Heritage Month is an opportunity to highlight the progress and achievements that our local community leaders have made. Today, we get to hear the inspiring story of two local doctors who provide medical care at Kaiser Permanente Antelope Valley. They are sisters with a story that will resonate with many who grew up in LA. They're here now to share it. We want to welcome Dr. Herminia Amezcua and Dr. Ivy Semenez. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, I have to say, we were just saying that you're a family of 5. All of your sisters have done well, and then you two are in the medical field. Your parents must be very, very proud.
I would think so. Yes.
Tell me how they inspired you to go into medicine. They came from Mexico, is that right?
Yes, they came to Mexico when they were teenagers. They actually met when they were both working at a factory, and they were just hardworking, good hard work ethics, and so working in a factory, they both progressed to build up in life. So my mom ended up going back to college and actually pursuing a degree in child development, started her own child development care center. And my father actually started as a janitor and now progressed to being like a mechanical engineer within the company.
And Ivy, when you first said that you wanted to go into medicine, what was the family like? Because I'm guessing that it's a little bit hard when you're the first in a family to say, I want to do this thing that is a little bit difficult.
I was actually called the black sheep because I was the first one to move out of the house and move into the dorms.
Oh.
But it certainly inspired my sisters and my parents and to go into college and get that higher degree. So it actually worked out very well.
And tell me about your mom's journey. Did that help also inspire what you guys ended up doing?
You know, yes. So about 30, 40 years ago, our mother was suffering from an ailment that was actually considered a new phenomenon in medicine at the time, as lupus. And we would have to accompany her to various medical appointments. And as I was able to see all the struggles that people would have to go through to get to your appointments, whether it's public transportations and getting there, if there was a language barrier. So it inspired me to become a doctor to help improve that patient experience, help bridge the gap, and connect with patients that are of my culture, ethnic background.
Talk a little bit about that, because I think sometimes we don't talk enough, that there are still some people that don't feel comfortable going to a doctor, don't feel like they're getting heard. I'm guessing that when they look at you and they see that sort of recognition, that really makes a difference, doesn't it? To make people feel comfortable?
Absolutely. Once they come to us and the fact that we speak Spanish, we understand their culture, a lot of the things that they've experienced, the health disparities, we understand that and we address that. And the connection that we have with our patients is unremarkable.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure, I mean, we talked about that so much during the pandemic, is how there were disparities that we still need to get past. So to have you talk to me also about, I mean, it's Hispanic Heritage Month, so we want to talk about kind of inspiring that next generation. When young people see what you're doing, do you ever feel that you're actually helping open a path for maybe the next generation?
I completely agree. I think a lot of people often say, don't give up, but I like to take a different approach and say, don't underestimate yourself. Don't be afraid to apply for that college, that dream college. Don't be afraid to apply to scholarships or loans or whatever it takes to get in there. Don't be afraid to apply for those positions, leadership positions. Get to that point, because the sky's the limit. And I think we often suffer from imposter syndrome. And we are worth it. We are everything, and we should always put ourselves out there.
And I was just both telling you that I've met some other people who are first generation, and as tough as medical school is, as tough as residency is, sometimes when you look at your parents and what they've done and what they've sacrificed, right, it's hard to complain a little bit about your journey when you're like, well, others have done this before, much harder things.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, everything that, we've done, our parents have had such strong work ethics. It's like, that's the least we can do.
And it's so wonderful. You guys, you've told me that your careers have kind of taken you different places. You're working now in the same place in the Antelope Valley. And you were saying that part of the reason that your sister said, come join me in this area, is because it reminds you a little bit of growing up and what you went through?
Absolutely. So prior to joining Antelope Valley, I was in a nice, lucrative private practice, and I felt there was something missing. And so when my sister told me there was an opportunity in Antelope Valley, I was like, I'm going to jump onto this. This is the community where I can really make a difference and really contribute to my community.
Well, good. Well, we're so glad that you both came in and shared your story and continue to do the work that you're doing up there, but also hopefully let other people know that it is possible to reach for the stars and do whatever. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you can find more about this story of both of these doctors on our website. Just go to kcalnews.com/SeenOnTV.